This is Dave Tang with New Legacy Homes, and I'm here at 5876 Carrolton in the Forest Hills neighborhood, just south of Broad Ripple and just east of Meridian Kessler. Forest Hills is one of the premier desirable communities here in the Indianapolis area. And so we're here inside a home that we purchased, and we went ahead, a small little house, we went ahead and demoed it. I think it's a very special lot, and we've begun the process of a brand new 4,800 square foot home here in Forest Hills. So today we're at that framing stage. The electrical is almost finished, and so we're doing our first tour of the house. So we're standing here in the foyer. So really the idea is when someone comes home or when guests come and you open the front door, you step in, and there's a two-story foyer right here. So you can see 2 stories, an open catwalk-like staircase that comes all the way down here. So it really just gives a sense of volume and space here. And then when you come in, this section right here it would be our great room, and where you'd have, like, for example, this might be a great spot for a TV above a fireplace. We have a bank of French doors that step out onto a large deck, and then we are elevated approximately 30-35 feet above the street. So you really have a little bit of a feel like you're kind of up in your nest or up in your loft. So we envision this being the large primary living space with your, like I said, living room behind you. This would probably be a dining room. Our open concept kitchen then is just open, again, to everything here. The idea being we'd have a large island. As you can see, when we're doing our framing and stuff like that, to make sure the plumbing and the framing is all in the right place, we actually tape down exactly how our island is going to be, so you have a sense of where the spaces are. And it also helps us in the design phase. Sometimes on paper when we design something, it doesn't quite translate out in the field, so it gives us a chance to actually stand at the table. Hey, how does it feel here? Is there enough depth between the island and the countertop to walk back and forth? But here we'll have an open kitchen that's just open to the primary living space. Really an attractive, bright, open area. A couple of little features that we're going to add to this price point of home. We are going to have a kind of a new look where we have like a hood that comes up here, and then 2 windows, and then cabinetry, big range. Oversized built-in refrigerator is going to go right here. And then what we're really planning on doing is then having the pantry back in here, right off of the main walkway in the bathroom. And then also in the pantry, we plan on putting some cabinetry and some shelving to really let that new homeowner be able to have that space to store a bunch of stuff, get it out of the way, get it off of these open countertops. So that's kind of the primary open space living area. And then over here, again, in response to the marketplace today and what we're looking to do, we do have a half bath that's going to be right here in the hallway. We tried to make sure that the half bath exits out into a hallway. We really try to avoid having doors that open right into a dining room or right into a family room, so that there's just a little, the bathroom and stuff is just tucked away a little bit. And then over here on this side of the house, what we did do is we're going to have, this is kind of like a secondary living space, and it can be used for a lot of different things. We're going to have a door here leading out to a secondary deck, but still the front of the house. Someone can enjoy a cup of coffee out there on their deck. Or here we framed this space to be like a home office, but in this space alone, we will actually have a full bathroom and a closet. So this could be a home office that has its own bathroom and a closet for storage, or this could actually be a full-on guest suite with its own private bathroom and closet as well. And either way, this room is here on the corner. It has some nice windows and nice lighting, a nice view of the neighborhood. Again, we sit up on a hill, so you really have some nice views all around where you're perched up kind of high. So this is kind of our version of a den or a guest bedroom downstairs with a full bath. So this area here now becomes almost like a secondary living room or family room space. You could certainly have, if you're entertaining a large group, you could certainly have one group of people over there, and you could have another group of people over here. There's going to be room for TVs and stuff like that on the walls. And we also have French doors leading out to a large rear deck as well. So even if this were set up as an in-law suite situation, for example, you could have an in-law suite where this is almost like their own apartment. You could have access to the front area through the door here. You'd have access to a private rear deck. This can become kind of almost like a secondary living room. And then you'd have a bedroom, full bath, and closet. So you could almost envision this side of the house as like I said, an in-law suite or a long-term living arrangement. And again, we're trying to offer that kind of flexibility. Could be a den or an office scenario as well. So that's kind of how we laid out this first floor to, again, try and give our future homeowner here as many options as possible. And not all of our homes that we do downtown have basements. A lot of them are just crawl space foundations. Sometimes when the houses are so close together, it's actually really hard to dig out a basement. But again, up here, we wanted to offer that as a feature as well. So our plan is to have a finished basement. We add some extra windows, even in the stairwell, just for some light. We have our egress windows for safety, and also it brings in a lot of natural light into the area, well, plenty of electrical lighting in here as well. So once again, you have a third space here that can act as kind of like a game room or a TV room, certainly a movie theater room if you wanted to put blackout blinds on the windows to really give you nice and dark. We have it plumbed over here so that you can have a wet bar. And again, another optional space that we've got worked out is over in this area. So this is actually a bedroom. And then over here, we'll have a full bath. So again, if you have a long-term guest or a short-term guest, this could certainly fit that need. And the upstairs or the main floor space can still be an office or a den with access to the outside. Or for someone who doesn't need to have clients come in or prefers to be kind of like tucked away from the rest of the house, this whole downstairs area could become a home office type of scenario with an office here, bathroom, wet bar, a refrigerator here. You can certainly fit a conference table right there behind you. And then this area here is just extra storage. Key point is we're going to have the whole thing finished out, so it's space that can be used on day one for moving in. And one other thing that we designed into this house and that we plan on doing with several other upcoming homes that have basements, we actually have a completely separate second furnace and air conditioning system for the downstairs. It just takes a lot of energy to try and balance the heat and the cooling in a basement, a main level, and then an upstairs. So many of our homes that have third-story lofts and third-story roof decks, we actually have a separate system up for just that third story. And then here, because it's a little more traditional neighborhood, we don't have the roof decks, but we still have downstairs here in the basement, we have our own separate room area for a furnace and for AC unit, so that it's easy to keep this area at a comfortable temperature and keep the main house at a comfortable temperature. So again, things that we try to design into our houses at this stage when all you really see is lumber, so that the house is just a comfortable house with a ton of flexibility for any of our future homeowners. Okay, so now we're on the second floor of 5876 Carrolton, and how we arranged out the sleeping arrangements. So again, we had that long catwalk that you saw from down below. This is the open foyer, plenty of windows, a lot of lighting here. And this catwalk feel takes you straight into the master bedroom. The master bedroom is almost its own wing of the house. So as you come in here, as you can see, this is a very large sleeping area. Certainly enough room for a bed and a couple of chairs, a bed and a couch. We're going to set it up so you can hang your TV here. And then this is the suite part of the bathroom as well. This little foyer area to one side is going to be our huge master suite. Separate vanities on either side. Separate water closet for privacy. And then behind me is going to be one of our characteristic bathroom spa areas with the double showers and a rain head, a large soaking tub, glass walls, so that this whole space is just going to feel very open, very inviting, very relaxing. And then over here behind you is, we've had some people ask if this was another bedroom, but this is actually the master closet. So our idea here is to be able to then put all sorts of shelving, perhaps even right here, we could do some cabinetry, some countertop on top of that, and that separates the space a little bit. So one person can have all of their stuff countertop, and then someone else has the other side of the master closet. But again, plenty of space to store any and all clothing, shoes, anything else that someone who's buying this home might need to put away and might choose to wear outside sometime. Okay, well, thanks again for joining me here for the rough framing stage tour of 5876 Carrolton. I look forward to sharing with you more the progress of this house as we go all the way to finish. Thank you.